Ladies and gentlemen, it is good to be back. It is good to be covering football where there is actual football to discuss. All but two teams in the NFL are practicing today or have practiced. We have two more reporting or starting their first day tomorrow. And wow, clips on clips on clips. During the offseason, sometimes we struggle coming up with topics from the speculation side of things. Now we get into the part of the season where it's hard for us to come up with topics because there's so many damn things to talk about. How can we fit all of this in to a 45-minute to an hour-long show? This is Fourth and Forever, your daily NFL news programming on the Roundtable Sports Network. Real coverage from real fans. TD, how you doing? How you feeling?
I'm doing great. I'm feeling great. Training camp is underway. A lot going on. Some good things for teams and some bad things for teams. I know we're going to get into it right here today. Y'all hit that like button. Let your friends and family members know that we are live right here on Fourth and Forever. Let's get it.
Right here on Fourth and Forever, indeed. Richie, how's life, man?
Life is great. Training camp is back, man. We've been saying football's back for a while, but now it really feels like football's back. Seeing the highlights across all over social media from every single team, it just feels really, really good, man. So let's get straight into business, baby. Let's do it.
It feels really, really good. Guys, we do need to bring or give an announcement right before we lock in for today's show. We have just revamped our entire Patreon. And for those of you that are unfamiliar with what we do over at Patreon, we like giving you guys a variety of different perks. Well, now we only have one tier and one tier only, and this is going to be network-wide. For $10, folks, you will have the opportunity to call into this show. Now, do keep in mind, this is not going to be a back and forth type situation. Like, this is very much structured like a radio show where you call in and you give your statement/question of something that you would like all of the hosts to discuss. And from there, however, we will be instituting that hotline as early as today for random people to be let in. That is one of the benefits. On top of that, you are going to be seeing an exclusive bonus episode of Fourth and Forever each and every single week that is launched on Saturdays. Same thing with the AFC East Roundtable, a bonus episode on Patreon that will be featured for you guys, a betting show in which we ended up partnering with one of the best bettors I've ever met in my entire life, giving you his picks and predictions for the upcoming week, and film reviews, the some prospects with the NFL draft film reviews. It is all absolutely insane. We have the Patreon link pinned at the top of the chat, ladies and gents. I am going to put the link right in the Patreon for those of you that are wanting to join or already are a part of the $10 tier, and feel free to hop in as you
Dan, that link
wish.
you put isn't working.
It's not working.
No, it's not a link.
It's not a link. Let me see. Patreon.com.
Dan Mitchell.
That's what I'm saying. Hold on.
I got you.
Mitchell.
All right.
I just put it. I got you. I put it.
All right. All right. We have the link on top, ladies and gents. I am going to go on ahead. So we have the link on top of the chat, folks. Let's dive into business. A lot of things have been happening at the Miami Dolphins training camp today. A couple of different topics. And TD and I were having this conversation. We were just like, you know what? Like, we cannot just focus on AFC East teams on this show because that is the AFC East Roundtable. And I typically would agree, but it's not my fault that the Miami Dolphins are just so newsworthy each and every single day, especially during this offseason. The first one I would like to start off. It sounds like you have lost the DB today in practice. He has torn his ACL. He was carted off the field. He's currently getting a second opinion from his said doctors. Thoughts on this? Where was he on the depth chart? Because we do know that all of your corners are practically Madden-generated players in the first place. Was this a big loss for you guys? Talk to us.
Yeah, it's a big loss because the room is already thin as it is. And excuse me, he was slated to potentially be a starter. This is a tough move. Some people speculated he may be in the slot. It just depended on how they wanted to utilize him. But the position was always open for competition. Everybody had a chance. But again, at the end of the day, every person that goes down just makes the situation worse in the secondary for the Dolphins. So this is tough. Next man up mentality. I Man, do you know that yesterday, technically, man, the Dolphins are healthy. The
Yeah.
Dolphins roster was healthy. Like, hey, guys coming back from season-ending injuries and everything, and bam, in 2 days we already got 4 injuries. So it's not good. It's just tough, man. Tough being a Dolphin fan, but this is what's happening in Miami, ladies and gentlemen. And we're gonna keep our eyes on the situation to see what the second opinion is. We also had a player that was airlifted as well.
Was airlifted.
Airlifted from practice. So a lot going on, man. One left in crutches, the one that you're talking about, Dan. We had one airlifted, but they're not telling us what actually happened. All right.
So who was that player? What the hell's going on at your training camp?
I think hold on. Let me make sure I'm not tripping, because I think it was iffy. Let me see. It's just bad business right now, man. Tough times. All right, give me a second.
So while you're pulling that up, Richie, thoughts on this overall scenario? And folks, remember, we are offering in some call-ins to our Patreon members exclusively. Remember, we are offering so many cool things this season. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. Just $10 a month, and you get all that, and it helps us on this channel and network significantly. Feel free to join. I have the link posted in Patreon as we speak. Richie, thoughts on this, man? Losing a DB already.
Yeah, I mean, this is the scariest part of training camp. You never want any of this to happen, no matter what the team is, no matter if it's your rival or not. Injuries are the worst part of the sport, and it's just unfortunate. There's no sugarcoating it at all, and the Dolphins are picking up right where they left off last year, because they had a lot of injuries last season as well. So hopefully they can get back to business and get healthy as soon as they can, but they got to, I don't know, the Miami Dolphins are in a very interesting situation this year with all their stuff. But when we talk about the Dolphins, I think there's something else we need to talk about.
Was it the Tyreek Hill situation?
Yes. What Tua had to say about the Tyreek Hill situation. I think that's a little bit more head-scratching.
It's big. It's big. I was actually leading up into that one because I feel like a lot of us were wondering, how did the rest of the Miami Dolphins feel, particularly about what Tyreek Hill said at Week 18 last year, where he said, "I am out"? Well, Tua actually ended up talking to the media today, and he said that that's not something where somebody can come back into the room and just say, "My bad, guys." He said that he needs to continue to build the trust within the locker room before they take him back. From what I'm hearing, I think this just further confirms that I am going to lock down on my take that Tyreek will be traded before the deadline. I think that this is bad news from a culture perspective. I don't particularly think that it's a bad thing, but here we are. TD, thoughts on that? Tua and Tyreek potentially beefing.
First off, I don't think they're beefing, but I didn't know they were beefing. This is crazy. When he said that, it's almost like he does have a problem with Tyreek from what happened last year, and other members of the team, as he's insinuated. But here's the problem I have with this. I feel like you're supposed to shut your mouth. You're not supposed to say that.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to come out and talk about, go at Tyreek like that. You know why? Because Tyreek has spent going on 3 years now lying about you, saying you're the best quarterback in the NFL.
You said the same thing, TD. You lied too.
No, I didn't. I said he had a stretch where he was playing like the best quarterback in the NFL.
Oh,
anyway,
boy. You're a liar too, you hypocrite.
Listen, but yeah, man, Tyreek's done nothing but hold you down, sing your praises. And what is this, the new tough guy mantra? Well, you don't forget what he said, so you got to rebuild that, and what he did last year, you don't just get over like that. Whatever he was saying, man. But yeah, they're gonna quote, when you say something like that, you don't just come back with "my bad." You got to work that relationship up. He is working on himself. I mean, maybe there's something that he said that nobody we actually don't know, and Tua thinks that's what he's talking about. That's what the media is talking about. Maybe Tyreek said something to him, called him out, or said something really bad, and that's what he's responding to, not realizing we don't even know that, because I don't know nothing Tyreek said that was bad other than I'm out or whatever it was at the end of the season. Y'all remember what he said? If I'm out there, I need to get the football or whatever, and I'm not out there to just be running routes. That's nothing offensive to teammates. So I don't even know what it is that Tyreek said. I'm trying to figure that out. So something else may be going on here that happens behind the scenes that we don't know about, but Tua thinks that we may do, and he might be responding to that. So I don't know. But I don't like it. Like I said, I don't like it. You don't call him out. He hasn't called you out in all your moments. So yeah, this is weird to me. Again, the Dolphins, man, this is just more of the shambleness that they may be in this year.
It's more of the shamble.
Still in the division, though.
It's more of the shambleness. Oh, what is that? Canned sparkling water, bro?
Yeah, that's all I had right now. Usually it's
canned sparkling water, man. I love it. I absolutely love it, man.
Sparkling water?
I've been on the liquid death grind, as a matter of fact, dude. Yeah, I've been on this black liquid death grind, man.
Hey, there you go.
Hey, Richie, does this make you think that Miami very well may trade him before the deadline, since there's already question marks regarding the relationship with him and the Dolphins locker room?
Yeah, I mean, it's just this is why people say, Richie, you're such a Dolphins hater and stuff like. Nah, I'm just keeping a buck and just telling you guys how I see it. Like, what the Dolphins are what's going to happen this season is exactly proof right here. This is the first of many steps of the implosion. This is not a good culture. Like, what is going on? It's going to blow up. And if you're a Dolphins fan, you should want that to happen, because if it doesn't blow up, then you're just going to keep this trend of being mediocre forever. Like, it needs to get ugly before it gets pretty, which is why I keep saying it. What happened last year with the Jets is exactly what's going to happen this year with the Dolphins, in my opinion. And all I mean by I'm not even talking about the play on the field. I'm talking about firing of coaches, things getting ugly, drama out of control. That's what's going to happen. I mean, look at what's going on here. Like, how is this a winning culture? Like, this is exactly what a losing culture is. Drama, distractions, worrying about all these things. And this is not the first time we're talking about this. So, I don't know, man. I'm trying not to sound like a Debbie Downer, and I don't want to sound like I'm just completely just hating and telling the Dolphins fans that there's no hope this season. But objectively speaking, I think they are the one team in the NFL that has that pending doom next to their name. Like, what other team do you feel like has that? Where they're built to win now, they're constructed a roster to win right now, but they're not good enough to do that. Name another team that's in that same situation, because I can't think of one that's built to win right now and it's going to blow up.
The Jets.
The Jets are not built to win now.
You're right.
That's where you're wrong.
Your quarterback. You're right.
And they're not
built to win now, so you can't say the Jets. We're in a completely different world than you.
Yeah.
A better world.
One could argue the Cincinnati Bengals. One could argue the Cincinnati Bengals are also in that list.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
No, they are. I think they are. They missed the playoffs last year.
Yeah, but
2 years.
Oh my God, they not missed the playoffs this year.
They missed the playoffs 2 years ago. Is that when Burrow was hurt?
Yeah, it was 2 years in a row.
Yeah, I mean, the Bengals are a good comparison. They are a team that's built to win now, and if they don't win this season, if they don't make the playoffs, it's going to be get ugly. Mm-hmm. It's a good one. Mm-hmm. Anyone else?
No.
Yeah.
No, I really can't think.
See, TD can't even be serious. He's naming all teams that.
Right, you're right. But y'all ridiculous with the Bengals. First of all, the Bengals aren't built to win now. Their defense.
See, we have my guy in here agreeing with me. See, we have my guy in here agreeing with me right now. That
at least he's the division rival, Dan.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I do want to transition over to the NFC. The Giants have named their starting quarterback Dangerous Russell Wilson, according to Brian Dable, leading into their first day at practice. He now has the moniker. And I got to tell you, I did see a clip earlier today where we saw Jackson Dart throw his very first pick six. So perhaps this may be the right decision for Brian Daboll and the Giants. I really want to stay on this for a second because I have to commend Daboll for this. It makes the most sense to run with Russell Wilson this year because, number one, it is the veteran presence that I think is the only player on that roster that is able to at least serviceably play behind that offensive line. I really want the Giants to finally make the right decision and allow a young quarterback to sit on the bench, learn, and develop properly. And Russell Wilson is coming from a lackluster offensive line over in Pittsburgh in the first place. So you know that he can get it done. I saw that great touchdown pass that he threw to Malik Neighbors. I'm excited about that potential connection that we are about to see. I'm still not high that the Giants are going to win more than 6 games this year. However, I think Russ was the right decision. Richie, thoughts on this? And don't be shy. Feel free to show us that pick 6 clip as well. I'd like to see that from Jackson Dart.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't breaking news.
Yeah.
I like when I say breaking, I mean like not shocking news.
Yeah.
But I feel like the Jackson Dart situation, he's on the bench for a reason. They drafted him at a spot where, you know, he has a chance to sit and learn. Here's the Jackson Dart pick 6.
Oh, let's
And
start
he's
it
gonna-
up again.
What spot is that, Richie?
What'd you say?
Where they drafted him at?
First round.
First round.
Man, that's the spot to sit and learn, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah.
is. Like Mahomes
We got
did.
Jackson Dart. We
Like a
got
bunch of
Jackson Dart.
first-round
Shotgun
quarterbacks did.
formation. Drops
See, TD, I
back,
don't
scans the
understand
field.
your perspective of that at all.
Pick 6.
Patrick Mahomes sat because they had a guy who at least was
Damn.
going to AFC Championship games in front of him.
What's wrong? By the way, you know who else sat to start off the season that got drafted in the same spot? Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, he
Okay,
did.
Flacco, once again, you got a
did.
quarterback that's currently in place that's coming off of Super Bowls. A Super
Joe
Bowl.
Flacco's coming off Super Bowls.
No, I'm talking about he was a Super Bowl quarterback at the time.
Who's Russell Wilson again?
No, Richie.
Joe
This
Flacco
is
was
what-
years removed from that
No,
Super
no,
Bowl.
no,
What are you
no,
talking about?
Richie, but he was still leading the team to 11, 12, and 13 wins.
You're making it
Just
seem like
like
Flacco won a
Kansas
Super Bowl
City.
2 years prior, one like 7 years ago when Joe
No,
Flacco
my-
started off the season.
My
So you're
point-
telling me, TD, you want to throw Jackson Dart out there just to start just because he was
No.
a first-round pick?
No, I don't want to throw him out there, but you already see that they done made a mistake.
Oh,
Hey,
my
you know what?
God.
Let
Give
him
me a
spit in the
break.
back.
All right, yeah. All right, guys. Jackson Dart's
Oh,
going to be a
no,
bust
he
because
gonna
he
be
threw a
bust.
pick
I'm
6
putting
in
a stamp on
practice.
I'm putting a stamp on that. He gonna be a bust. He literally just looked at the man, stared at him, didn't even care about the defense. Just like go watch.
See, this is the
highlight. It
problem
was
with people
bad.
like you. You see one play of practice and you just like put a stamp. Like,
Richie,
okay, he
Richie,
stinks.
Richie, you can't judge quarterbacks. You can't judge quarterbacks because
And you
I
can?
don't know where you've been. Yeah, at least I'm telling you they all bad and they end up bad. Like,
So you're
come
saying
on.
that the Giants should have given the nod to Jackson Dart as the starter, is what you're saying?
No, they should have drafted Shadur Sanders because they already know they got a bust on their hand. They already know.
Well, don't worry. We are also going to be covering how Shador Sanders looks in practice on this episode today. Guys, I do want to remind everybody that we have revamped our Patreon. We are allowing callers in today to give their 2 cents about anything happening across training camp. If you want to take advantage of that and other really cool benefits, highly recommend you go sign up for our Patreon. It is pinned at the top of the chat. You will also notice the link to call in and give us whatever is on your mind. Are there any further thoughts on the Giants going with Russell Wilson? Talk to me, boys, right before we move on.
I mean, Richie's right in that it's the right move because your guy is already like they quickly jumped on Russell is our starter. It ain't no open opportunity, no open anything. Like it kills me because if a guy comes out in practice, I don't care if you're a 5th round pick. If you come in the OTAs and you come out in practice and you're just absolutely lighting it up and you're balling out, a coach is going to reserve himself of saying who the starter is if he knows that there is a chance that this guy is that good to potentially go ahead and take the reins right away, especially with the old version of Russell Wilson. You got, what's his name? Jameis Winston, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, that should be an open room. That should clearly be an open room, open opportunity for anybody to show up and show out and earn that spot. But they've all said, I can't take that chance. I can get fired. I'm going with Russell Wilson. He going to get the first team reps. He going to be the guy for me this season. And we'll hopefully keep developing Jackson Dart and hope he turn out to be something. But no, I'm not buying into it. This was a bad draft pick.
He's not fine. It was a bad draft pick. And as I'm scrolling X, I just saw that image or that video of Dart throwing the pick six and someone saying, here comes Giants fans saying we should have drafted Shedeur Sanders instead of Jackson Dart. It's a great time of the year, man, because people love overreacting during this time. I do want to remind everybody, and this is something I feel like should make most of you at ease or put like most of you at ease. In training camp, you want your defense to be way ahead of your offense, at least at the beginning. And your offense slowly but surely catches up. So I think you can rest easy. I wouldn't give up on Jackson Dart just yet. He did ultimately end up throwing a touchdown pass from that exact same X account, Talking Giants. Shout out that guy. Tua did not say that because of something Tyreek said. He said that because Tyreek quit on the team, and Tyreek even said something about quitting on the team. He did, man. He did. Speaking of the Browns, first off, I have to ask you boys this. What do you think of the new Browns alternate helmet?
Oh, I didn't see it.
Oh. It is a masterpiece, my friend. It is a masterpiece. I'm just kidding. So we're probably not going to be putting a lot of time into this topic, but I did kind of want to discuss some of the quarterback competition. From what I understand, and Richie, feel free to pull up that new alternate helmet for the Cleveland Browns because I do want your instant reactions. It sounds like Joe Flacco has the edge. I have been scouring the internet. I'm trying to find clips of Shedeur at practice today, of Dylan Gabriel. Same thing with Kenny Pickett, who I keep forgetting actually is on that team in the first place. However, I'm very curious. First off, thoughts. It's sponsored by Dude Wipes, by the way, which is equally as crazy.
I think it's I think it's solid, basic, solid. It's not like intriguing, but it's tough. I like the I think it's basic, simple, but tough. Nice.
So what they should have done was that first reply right off to the side with that elf. Like, why haven't they ever incorporated that? Like, that's my question. It's typically right in the middle of their damn 50-yard line.
Oh, that's the helmet. I see it now on the right side. It has the big old thing on the side of it.
That should be what they have went with, but they haven't.
Oh.
They just decided to go with the color reversal. It's better than back in the day. So when what they were doing was hyping up their new uniform reveal, and all they did was just change and the face mask, and was the only thing that they decided to release. So at least they are making progress. But I do feel like this quarterback competition over in Cleveland is a hot topic. It's going to continue to be a hot topic. So I kind of wanted to ask you guys, who is your favorite to win the position? And then a secondary question. I feel like the most people, the vast majority of people you do talk to, many are saying that the Browns are going to be in the competition for the number 1 overall pick. Is there a world where people are sleeping on this team, where they could very well get to like an 8 win, maybe 9, maybe even 10? Because you do need to think about it, right? They still have that defense. And they still have that offensive line, say that they come back healthy, still a solid pass rush, solid secondary. Maybe they upgraded at the running back position, like wide receiver is still a bit up in the air. But they were right in the exact same situation 2 years ago when they did make the playoffs. Are people disrespecting the Browns? And would you caution people into predicting that they are going to be a 4 to 5 win team in 2025? TD, talk to me.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that if the offensive line can play well this year, this team can win about 8 games. I still feel like, they can do some things on the defensive side of the football. Obviously, the pass rush is one of their strengths as well. And again, this team last year, everybody wants to ignore it. They just want to talk quarterback, and that was an issue with Deshaun Watson and everybody. But this was the team that dropped the most footballs in the NFL by receivers, causing them to try to revamp that a little bit. And this team also gave up one of the teams that gave up some of the most sacks in the league as well. It was just bad on that front. So at the end of the day, they could still do something. Flacco is a solid quarterback. He has his moments. It's been a little rocky as of late. He can show you that he can still play, and then he can show you that it's bad as well. We raved about him last year when he came out, and I think that was him last year. Came out, balled out a little bit, then it just went straight downhill. Bad. So I think the Browns could be slept on. They can really hurt a lot of teams. I don't think they're a playoff team, but I think here's what this team is. This is a team that starts their season in a situation where they're like 3-6. And they go with their young guy, probably Shador. And in the last 7 games of the season, or 8 games of the season, they rip off 5-3, and have a feel good about the future. And they go 8-9 in the season. So, I think that's what this team is going to be built to do this year.
Thoughts on that, Richie?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I do think they're in the running to get that first overall pick for sure. Yeah. Not going to lie. That's something that I feel like is probably going to happen. I mean, you look at their roster, they have a good defense and all that. And I know there's a Shador Sanders hype train and all that, but I'm not buying it if he gets on the field or not. I just feel like who are their weapons on offense to be excited about? Who is anybody around whoever the quarterback is going to be besides their elite level defense? I think they're going to be pretty bad this year, man. I don't see any 8 wins. Obviously, you never know with these guys, but I don't really see any. I don't see anything. Anything positive for those Cleveland Browns, if I'm being honest with you guys?
Nothing positive from the Cleveland Browns side of things. So going back over to the San Francisco 49ers training camp, we did see that Juwan Jennings, who was recently reported that he wanted to trade, that turns out to be completely wrong. It's not true. He is at practice. And then I saw a video of Christian McCaffrey working out with Bijan Robinson just a couple of days ago. And I feel like we forget about the San Francisco 49ers. It's funny how one off season makes us completely forget about what sort of impact that team can play. What are y'all's expectations for San Francisco going into 2025? Like Brock Purdy, and so he did end up getting his money, but I think we can all agree that that team is going to look a hell of a lot different, especially since with Brandon Ayuk, like right now, a lot of questions of when he is going to return, when he is going to be fully healthy. I've even heard murmurs that he might be on his way out during the trade deadline or beforehand. Same thing with Debo being gone, a couple of defensive pieces being gone, but a very easy schedule. What are your expectations for San Francisco in the NFC West division? Are they still a threat? Or would you say that this is all the LA Rams in 2025? Richie.
Don't sleep on the Seahawks. That's what I'm going to say about that division.
You're a Seahawks guy, man. I am waiting for you to retweet. And so I'm waiting for you to retweet the first throw from Sam Darnold on X a little later.
Pick 6.
And so I know you're watching it, man. I know you're watching it.
Why, did it happen already?
No, I would imagine they're probably starting practice soon, I guess.
If Sam throws a touchdown, he's not going to be good, though. But if he throws a pick 6, he's done. You know, according to TD, whatever happens at practice the first day is guaranteed. Guarantee, I guess. But listen, I'm really intrigued by the Niners. I think Brock Purdy's got something to prove, even though he got his contract. I think that the team is built to win a Super Bowl. That's another team you can argue is in the Dolphins situation, even though they are way more advanced. Like, you can't even put it how much better they are than the Dolphins. But they are built to win now, and they got to win. And Kyle Shanahan has been kind of in the situation where he is all in, and ownership is questioning Shanahan. They traded away Debo Samuel. I think that's one of the most intriguing divisions in the entire NFC.
It is
the NFC West. You can argue
I
NFC
think so.
North for sure, but I really do like that division. The Rams winning the division last year with only 10 wins, I believe. The Seahawks are going to be cool. Watch out for the Arizona Cardinals, man, because they got some talent on that offense. Kyler Murray is someone that has the ability to make plays. Marvin Harrison Jr., I think, is going to take a big leap. Trey McBride is arguably the best tight end in football. They still got James Conner, who's a stud. They added a lot of weapons to their defense this offseason. Watch out for the Cardinals to be a sleeper team. That's one of those squads that nobody is talking about. But yes, I think that this team in the NFC West, this division, the NFC West, is one of the most intriguing.
And so what are your thoughts on that, TD? Should we be sleeping on the San Francisco 49ers, or are you willing just to hand it over to the Rams and call it a day?
I'm not willing to hand it over to neither of those teams. I think the Arizona Cardinals are going to be the best team in the division this year. Richie's right. I'm going out on a limb to say that.
But let me just, before you keep going out on a limb, last year you were a big Kyler Murray hater. Does that mean you are on the Kyler Murray positive side now? Because that means Kyler would have the ball this year for that to be the case, no?
Here's the deal, Richie. I'm still not high on Kyler Murray, but here's what I will tell you. They built that roster as such to where he has zero excuses now. If he comes to plays and don't contribute to losing games and helps his team win games, he doesn't have to be phenomenal. He has to be really good.
So and if you're telling me the Cardinals are loaded?
Almost. I think the Cardinals
are the Cardinals loaded.
Like, when you look at their roster,
the Cardinals got the loaded of death. Oh, you ruined it. They got the kiss of death.
Listen, all I'm saying is the Arizona Cardinals.
They got a bunch of 8 and 7s around the roster.
They do, though. That's what I mean.
You have a bunch of 7s. You got a bunch of 8s, man. I'm telling you.
Around the roster instead of 9 to 10, but then 4s and 5s.
So look, I am high on Marvin Harrison Jr. year 2. I am high on that potential. And, like, he actually played well. Like, people were at least feeling that he had a terrible season. He did not. Like, he was still productive. It was just Kyler had a hard time establishing some chemistry with him. That, and Kyler's afraid to get hit. Like, you can tell when he gets pressure, he completely crumbles. It's everything. So, like most quarterbacks, but, like, he actually braces right before he gets hit. Like, he's that kind of quarterback. As far as a defensive line, so they added Josh Sweat, and they added Walter Nolan III as well. And they have a Dalvin Tomlinson and a Justin Jones as their front four. So I still kind of have questions. I still have questions, I suppose, when it comes into their secondary. Maybe Will Johnson, maybe he steps up, but it's tough. It's tough for me.
Yeah,
the Cardinals, huh?
Yeah, you didn't even add Calais Campbell in there, Dan. So,
yeah, I forgot that Calais Campbell's on that team too.
Yeah, so they made some moves, man. I just like them. I think, this year they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. That defense is going to keep them in games, and Kyler Murray and that offense, they just got to do their thing. They got to make it happen. Will they? I don't know, man, but I just know that they loaded up. But you got to look at the Rams. What they did as well is keep themselves in contention with the moves that they made with the weapons. You thought that they had a big loss, but they gained. 49ers, let me say this. If it was any coach, I'd say the 49ers are about to fizzle out. But we can't doubt the 49ers because of their coaching staff. We can't doubt them. For some reason, no matter what happens, he still always has them in the fray. He still has them right there competing in has an opportunity to win the division at the end. So the whole division is going to be interesting, but the Seattle Seahawks, that's the team that I think is just going to bum it out. That's the team I think is going to be like, oh man, they're the 6-win team from the division.
Just like you said about the Vikings last year. Perfect. Right where I got you.
Right. And listen, you know what? You know one thing? That's double back and say, Richie, you were right. Because I did say last year, the Vikings are probably in deep trouble because of Sam Darnold. Now, if Sam Darnold ball out, then hey, that team can do a lot. I never saw that coming, so you might be right. But I did recognize that Sam Darnold was a product of everything around him. Because in the big games in Minnesota, he did not play well, And in the big games, he wasn't the ones where they won. He wasn't the reason they won. It was the defense. And when they needed him the most, when he played the Lions twice, when he played San Francisco, when he played the bigger teams, they lost. And guess what? He was the actual reason why.
But my question to that, TD, is this. How many games did the Vikings win last year?
13.
So you think Sam's going to go from a 13 win.
It was more than that, right?
13.
15?
13.
He won 14, I thought.
14. Okay, what are those?
He won 14 games last year with the Vikings. So you think Sam Darnold's that bad of a quarterback and everything was around him that he's going from 14 wins to 6 with the Seahawks?
You should go back. Maybe you should go double back and go look at their schedule.
So
why don't you double back and go see what they did with Geno Smith? They won with Geno, and I think Sam is better than Geno Smith. And they added Cooper Kupp.
Go look at the 12 non-playoff teams that they played. Go look at what the defense held them to every week.
I'm not sitting here saying the Seahawks are going on a playoff run or anything, but I think you're completely just discredited everything that Sam did last year. He was a big reason why they won football games.
Last year. He played well against bad competition. He played really good against bad competition.
So I think this is a double-layered argument right here because he is or was still top 5 in passing yards, was top 5 in touchdown passes last year. And he is going to a team that I think is a downgrade in weapons. Like, sure, we can get excited about Cooper Kupp and JSN, but that's nothing compared to exactly with Addison and same thing with Jefferson. It is a massive downgrade. But I do like using Sam Darnold as an example for when I'm trying to explain to Vikings fans that they are going to have a bit of a regression going into 2025.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
I think people
you're going to win 14 games with JJ just like they did with Sam?
Like, yes, it's fine to question Sam on how he ends up playing right in those bad games, right? Or like how he ends up playing against quality competition.
Okay.
I don't really see how Vikings fans are thinking that top 5 in passing yards and top 5 in touchdown passes is going to be that easy to replace. So that's kind of why I'm thinking, like, look, I can guarantee you, since this is basically J.J. McCarthy's real rookie season, he's going to have those same struggles against really good teams. But the question is, can he put up the same kind of production that Sam Darnold did against, like, mid-tier competition? Like 14 games.
See, here's the problem with you not realizing. Let's say that J.J. McCarthy is just as good as Sam was. He's still only going to win like 10, 11 games this year because they got tougher schedule. Have you taken a look at the Viking schedule last year? It's easy. And also,
it was easy, wasn't it?
It was the easiest in the NFL. Go look at it. Go look at who they had to play up and down. You're going to count 12 non-playoff teams. In every one of those big games where it mattered, he was not good. He was not good. So if I get to play 12 non-playoff teams and you get to play 8 non-playoff teams, your numbers should be better. They should be. That's why I don't look at numbers like that. I look at the level of competition you deal with as well.
They're wrong. So much wrong stuff.
Did you look at the opponents from last year, Richie? Outside of their own division, and you can't include the Bears. They only had Lions tough games twice, Green Bay give or take, because I don't know if the first one Jordan Love even played. And
but my question is, you just say besides the division games. Like that doesn't matter? The division games are the most important games on the schedule.
It does matter. That's what I'm saying. Their wins. So the only division wins they were having was the Green Bay. The Chicago, they were bad anyway.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Green Bay was a good team last year or bad?
Well, remember, one of the games was without Jordan Love. Remember, they missed him for 3 games. And on the backside of the season, they beat Green Bay. And remember, your boy Sam almost gave the game up at the end.
Did he? He put up 377 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Hold on.
What are we talking about?
Let me go look.
377 yards and 3 touchdowns and a rating
the
of
first
116.
game or the second game versus Green Bay?
That's the second game. It's the second to last game of the season.
What was the first one?
The first one was a win on the week 4. He put up 3 touchdowns. It's 275 yards, and they won.
Did they play San Francisco last year?
Yeah. They beat him, and Sam played well.
Did they play the Bills last year?
No.
The Bills played the Lions, so they didn't have the same division?
No.
Hold on.
I think you're just really discrediting the season.
Go look at his losses.
That's what you just
Go look
did.
at the games they lost, Richie. Those are the ones I want you to look at. Go look at the games
3 losses. They lost. 3 of them.
And what happened in those 3?
But you said they're winning 6 games.
This year with the Seahawks?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He lost 3 games last year. And now we're saying on a new team. I'm not going to say he's going to win 14 with the Seahawks,
Richie,
but winning only 6, it's a little disrespectful.
I don't think the Seahawks are even going to beat the Vikings with J.J. McCarthy.
I don't know. I think you're discrediting the Seahawks. The Seahawks, let's not forget what they did for Geno Smith's career.
Stop
what?
Was that Pete Carroll or the Seahawks, though?
The Seahawks will get swept by the Lions, swept by the Vikings, and you better hope they don't get swept by the Bears.
Well, TD, how are the Seahawks going to get swept by the Lions? Why don't you break that one down for us?
Because their quarterback is Sam Darnold.
Or because you need to learn who's in what division. You need to learn who's in what division because they don't verse each other.
Hold on. Not the No, Green Bay is what I was talking about. Green Bay. I'm talking about the Seahawks with wait, hold on.
Hey. Green Bay too. I mean, what are you even talking about?
Hey, listen, we got a $20 donation from the Fu family. $20 donation from the Fu family here.
Me now.
Day 2 into camp, and we have airlifts, injuries, and drama at the podium. We Dolphins fans are used to this. Shout out to the Fu family for a $20 donation.
Sick. The Fu family.
We appreciate you.
Y'all know who they is, right? Y'all know who they are, right?
Of course I know who they are.
Yeah,
of course. I was so heartbroken that I didn't have an opportunity of meeting them at the Miami event last year. But soon, man. Maybe we'll be able to get them to come up to Buffalo since I think we have.
Thank you for the super chat, the Fu family.
So I think we have 2 tickets left as far as the Bills-Dolphins event in Buffalo. Guys, if you're interested, let us know. Yeah, dude. This is just some stimulating conversation. Guys, 239 of you are currently rocking with us right now. 51 on X. 187 of you are currently on YouTube. I do want to remind everybody that Roundtable Sports is relaunching their call-in segment right now. So anybody that would ever like to call in and ask a question / sort of make a statement for all the hosts to answer, and that is all across our network, all division roundtables, Fourth and Forever. Go join the Patreon. We are also giving you a bonus episode of Fourth and Forever that can only ever be seen on Patreon, a bonus episode of the AFC East Roundtable, some gambling content, same exact thing when it comes into film review content. Join the Patreon, folks, if you ever want to hop in on the hotline. We need a name for the hotline, bro. A name for the hotline. I feel like that's what it is. But guys, listen, go sign up for the Patreon. It is pinned at the top of the chat. I would love to see each and every single one of you come in and call in on the damn hotline. One last topic. The one quarterback competition that nobody is talking about. What team is about to come out of my mouth?
Colts.
Nope.
All right, we got to guess it.
The Saints.
Who's in what division?
It's the Saints, folks. It's the Saints. Tyler Shuck and Spencer Rat-a-tat-tat. Me and Richie were very high on Spencer Rattler last year.
I'm not out of it yet. I'm not off the train of Spencer.
Okay, well, you will be pleased to hear that Spencer Rat-a-tat-tat ran with the ones today.
Woo,
and per Nick Underhill, a beat reporter over at the New Orleans Saints, it sounds like Spencer Rat-a-tat-tat was looking really sharp. It sounds like that Kellen Moore is really trying to take this from a strategic standpoint, and he is giving Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shook their due and their opportunities in running with the ones. Shook runs tomorrow, but Rattler, from what I understood, had a very sharp day. They're instituting a bunch of QB design runs, and the chemistry with Rattler and Olave is on full display. Here's the question. Should we all go in and say that 100% the starter is going to be Tyler Shook? Or is there a world where Spencer Rattler, he wins the starting job? What's the right move? Richie, talk to me.
Got to let that play itself out. They're a team that's definitely in the runnings for that first overall pick.
Yeah.
I would love for them to go after Spencer Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat. But Tyler Shook, though, is the most pro-ready rookie, I think, out of anybody, even more pro-ready than Cam Ward. What, TD? Jackson Dart, not pro-ready.
Even more pro-ready than Cam Ward?
I do. I also wanted to talk about Cam Ward eventually on this show because I think he's the most, or not most, the opposite, the least talked about first overall pick in recent memory. But
this is true.
Yeah, the Saints. What a boring quarterback competition. Spencer Rat-a-tat-tat or Tyler Shook. It's like, wow,
dude,
that's boring.
Dude, holy hell! Say that I'm a season ticket holder, man. I have those all on SeatGeek right now, dude. I am not wanting to go into New Orleans and watch that team play football if that is my quarterback competition. Yeah, dude. Listen, worst case scenario, what they need to do for all Saints fans: save yourself some money and just drive 3 hours down the road to Baton Rouge and watch Garrett Nussmeier play football. All right, because I think that you might have a good leaning on where your quarterback situation with things. He could be a Saint, man. He could be. I would probably just lock into college football this year and start recruiting who could be the quarterback of the future. Maybe Arch Manning, but he's likely going to spend one more year in college after that. But that's a different conversation.
Is that official? Because I feel like that was something we talked about.
It sounds like he will.
Yeah.
Why do you keep saying that though, Dan? How do you know? What if he balls out?
What do you mean? He's the host of Roundtable CFB. He's plugged in now.
Yeah, no, I am plugged in the college football world now, folks. We are launching a college football show. Fun facts. All right, listen, it's me and Jay talking for all your college football questions. So it really depends on how he performs this year. Like some people have him as number one. He's nowhere near the number one quarterback this year going into college ball. He's not even number one in the SEC. He's like number 5 in the SEC if you were to give me a real answer. So when you look at the Mannings and Peyton and Eli, both of them played their senior year in college and elected to stay their final year. It just goes to show you like what sort of influence does his uncles and his father have on him. I think it probably would be in his best interest to stay. So that way he could just continue, sort of gain some momentum and some experience, and then ideally sort of like weave his way into the perfect sort of team for his drafts year, right? Like he's going to want to stay away from some of the teams that I think are not the best for a young quarterback. So I have a feeling he's staying for one more year after this one.
Yeah, I just found out my wife was a fan of Arch, so that was interesting.
Arch Manning.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Dude, he's good.
She said she saw an interview of him, and he was very humble and say he wants to earn his name. In other words, so that was pretty cool.
Well, he could be a future Dolphin because you guys are going to
So I feel like a lot of people give hate to Arch Manning, but he doesn't deserve it because he really is one of the most humble young men I have seen based off of the interviews and stuff. Like so you look at Arch Manning and like you can tell that like he hates that he's a Manning. Like he hates it because he feels that it's getting a lot of unnecessary hype and there's so much pressure with that last name. I think that like he would very much prefer to play college football through an alias, so people would actually like him for his game. But I'm very excited to see his development, man. And that's a preview of Roundtable College Football, baby. Go subscribe to Roundtable College Football. Now we have
we're growing, baby.
Have some good stuff starting the first full week of August 4th. Me, Jay Tuck, are about to run the world, baby. All right, that's gonna have to do it.
We have an announcement though about tonight, man. What's tonight?
Oh yeah. What? Tonight is the AFC East Roundtable, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I do want to let you know that I plan on having a lot of Bills fans in there because from now on, what I do is I have transitioned over to 2 streams a day. Now I'm going to strategically place my streams seconds before the AFC East Roundtable begins so I can continue to make sure that Bills fans are the dominating factor in each and every single live chat all season long. I don't think that the Dolphins fan base will ever surpass the Bills ever again. So they had their year. I don't think that we will see that day. I don't think Jets fans are going to show up tonight. And I know for a damn fact Patriots fans aren't going to show up tonight. So say that you want to prove me wrong. I honestly hope, and I genuinely hope, that we have representation from each and every single fan base, because Bills fans will be absolutely frolicking to the live chat, ready to talk a little training camp ball.
Jets fans will be there. Are you kidding me? This is our time.
Yeah, we shall see, Dan. We shall see.
Yeah. We're going to have to see, man. Listen, we just need to start having like these running competitions of like what fan base shows up, what doesn't. And there's really no excuse. Like, I totally get it when Dolphins fans disappear, especially when their season completely falls apart by December. I get that. I get that. But now with all the hype that the Patriots are getting, we should be seeing a hell of a lot more Patriots fans. Colby, what's going on, bro? What's going on with the Pats fans? Bring them in.
Jets don't have to show up. We already know what time it is.
No,
so I
Jets
saw the
fans are showing
Patriots
up,
today
man.
at training camp. So they entered in their practice facility with a bunch of puppies.
What?
Yeah. So y'all see that?
Aw, they're
know.
destined for 10 wins now.
Oh, man. They're destined for 10 wins now with those puppies, man. Oh, all right, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in to another edition of Fourth and Forever, brought to you by Roundtable Sports. That is indeed real coverage from real fans. That is the episode, folks. Go and subscribe to the AFC's Roundtable and turn on those bell notifications. We hope that we see you there later this evening. Richie, what would you like to say to the audience before we let them go?
Yeah, make sure you guys tune in tonight so we can talk about Tua tonight on the AFC's Roundtable. Exciting things, and we saved the Jets talk for tonight because there was another highlight, Jets training camp today, that we wanted to save for the primetime show because that's what we do, baby. That's what we do. We're really excited for the AFC's Roundtable tonight, and we appreciate you guys sticking with us on Roundtable Sports Fourth and Forever. We'll see you guys later.
We'll see you guys later indeed. What about you, TD? What do you got for the people?
Yeah, again, thank y'all for tuning in. Amazing show. We had almost 200 people here on YouTube. I think more than that. So just we'll be back tomorrow, training camp coverage, getting you all the way to the season and going in, man. I'm excited about this year. I'm getting more and more pumped. For some reason, I just feel like this is going to be a special year. Y'all tune into the AFC's Roundtable tonight. That'll be pretty dope. Humbling these guys as usual. We'll see you there.
It's going to be wonderful. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you tonight. And more importantly, we will see you right here, same time, same place.
Are we forgetting that TD does not know who is in what division? No, I'm
yeah,
never
you're
gonna
right.
forget.
And Richie trying to confuse me, man. You got me all still got me Seahawks and
I got you stuttering.
Lions.
That's what I got.
Yeah, that's what it is.
See y'all. Love ya.
Peace.